Star Wars Explained turns out is an a-hole. Wow, who would have expected, am I right? And they tried to cancel, ruin the livelihoods and careers of a bunch of other YouTubers because they didn't like the Acolyte, because they don't like Disney Star Wars. And as we all know, the reasonable response to that is trying to destroy someone's life if you don't like something that Disney does, obviously. And after all this drama, after being exposed, now they are in front of everyone parading on Twitter how happy they are that they got effectively paid off by Disney with a Lego set. You can't make this up.
I thought this was an interesting post from Star Wars Explained. They posted this on September 11th at 6:29 p.m. Super excited to build these sets, especially with all these minifigs, plus snacks, plus a Lego Jar Jar blanket.
Plus snacks, because I'm a small child.
Thanks, at Star Wars. So this package came directly from Lucasfilm. And as you can see, we have a pretty expensive Millennium Falcon. That's like a $200 set, maybe more, actually. I just know the old one.
Damn, Lego is ridiculously expensive, by the way. So technically, not even a bad of a bribe.
It's $200. Who even knows how much this one is? And then there's this. I mean, that's probably $30-$40. I don't even know the prices of these things anymore. I haven't bought Legos in a long time. I think some.
And a snack. You know, okay, I get it. Send me 10 of these Star Wars Dark Falcon Legos as a bribe, okay? But bro, you literally send me a popcorn and a half-eaten donut, man.
Some of them look really cool. I don't get into these, but it just brings to light. By the way, locked reply.
Also, there's a Lady Gaga book here.
I thought that was interesting. Probably because a lot of people have been calling Star Wars Explained shills.
Yep, makes sense.
Everything that Lucasfilm makes is great. Everything that comes out, Star Wars, Disney, is awesome, no matter what it is. It's all got things to love and like.
You know what's the best part about this type of shilling? None of them are going to answer what they actually like about the series. The Acolyte's awesome. Why? Because the message. Okay, that's first of all, that's dumb. Second of all, that's not the reason. You know, a reason is something else. Just because it has a lot of woke stuff in it doesn't make it actually good. That means it just has a lot of woke stuff in it.
If you're looking at reviews from Star Wars Explained, pictures of them hanging out with big wigs at Lucasfilm, and even getting access to the latest thing coming out, Rebuild the Galaxy. They got an interview with the guy who apparently plays Jedi Bob.
By the way, the best part about this is so insane. The fact that, first of all, this is not the biggest Star Wars channel out there, obviously. But the views it gets, 800k subs, and you're getting views in the typical, like, around 30 to 50k on average, I would say. Sometimes it's way less. Sometimes it's even below 10. And seriously? You're getting all of these exclusive behind-the-scenes things? It's not because you're great. It's just because you really, really are good at licking the poo-poo hole. And that's it, honestly.
I guess some character in Rebuild the Galaxy, I don't know, but this guy's a part of it. Boom. Access. Now, there's a lot of different YouTubers that have access to that one, but it's just more access, like this Charles Soule video here. And then they, of course, got other interviews that they've done, like this guy from Young Jedi Adventures. A lot of access to this channel.
Yeah, which doesn't make sense because this YouTube channel is 800k subs, but it technically, I'm technically just slightly worse in views than this. Technically. Well, actually, it's more than slightly, but you get the point. It's pathetic. And they only get this access because they play the game. Because they say the right things.
and Star Wars. This channel has a lot of access to Star Wars. And it's just funny that they're kind of the face of this cancel everybody they don't like campaign that specifically went after people that gave The Acolyte bad reviews. Almost like Lucasfilm.
Dude, saying the Acolyte is a 1 out of 10, honestly, is even painful. It should be less.
Paid them in some way, or not paid, suggested. Let me take that back. And all this is alleged, right? We don't know for sure if they're actually doing things at the whim of Lucasfilm. But I can tell you this. I see this channel getting a lot of access, a lot of gifts, like these little Lego play sets, even a little candy, and access to people that work on all these projects, Star Wars related, them hanging out with them. We know that Lucasfilm is ran by mean girls and feminist men. I mean, a lot of people at Lucasfilm come off as petty, especially Pablo Hidalgo. That guy.
The more you think of yourself as great, the more petty you are typically going to be if you're not actually a big deal.
That comes off as extremely petty. Remember when he attacked Star Wars Theory because he got emotional over Luke Skywalker's return? He's out there attacking fans. Why would you do that? Why would you attack people that love your property so much that they get emotional over it? If anything, those are the kinds of people that you want watching your stuff because they're invested and love it so much. Now, I don't feel that way about Star Wars anymore. In fact, I've come to resent a lot of things.
Thankfully, I was never a big Star Wars guy. I liked Star Wars. I still kind of like Star Wars technically, right? But I was never a, super Star Wars fan, okay? I wasn't, okay? But I did like it. So, now that it's completely crumbled down to this woke sludge pit of sadness, I'm like, okay, I didn't personally lose a lot of my soul there, so I'm kind of okay with that.
About Star Wars because of everything that's happened.
In fact, I can laugh about its downfall, which is kind of great.
With this franchise and Lucasfilm and Mark Hamill and so on and so on. But I do still love the original 6. I don't have the want to watch them as much as I used to, but that's just a whole different video. I think a lot of us are bitter with Disney Star Wars, and you see it. You see it in the ratings, you see it in the sales, and pretty soon, eventually, you're going to get to see it at the box office. I'm really curious to how well Mandalorian and Grogu do at the box office. I wonder. I kind of think that it's going to be, I think it's going to be pretty low on the return, personally.
Probably.
But anyway, Star Wars Theory responded to the response that Molly, half of Star Wars Explained, put out there, where she was pretty much playing victim, and once again, pretty much just destroys everything that she had to say in the victim card and brings up the cancellation campaign that she led against Gina Carano, and now, her trying to back out of her explicitly breaking YouTube terms of service by trying to get other channels demonetized and banned. Pretty disgusting behavior from a fellow content creator. But
that's probably not going to happen.
He had a lot to say here. Let's go over some of it. Just going to play a little bit of it, not the entire video because it's 18 minutes long.
Thank you for all the love and support over the past few days. Love and support of a bully.
I have seen this video, by the way.
Someone who's been bullying someone for wild, man. It really means a lot. I never started any sort of campaign. I just agreed with and shared 2 images that were created and shared first by another podcast who I guess wants to remain anonymous in all of this.
Time to abandon.
Yeah, that is. By the way, this is still the video. That's part of the video. I watched this, but the fact that you're like, oh, I didn't want to try and cancel anything. I didn't want to do anything bad. I just shared, retweeted, and supported this, and blah blah blah. Yeah, sure, okay. No one cares. Literally, everyone knows what you try to do. This is the worst, stupidest deflection ever. You might as well honestly just call everyone misogynists at this point, because it is what it is. That's probably the next part.
Abandoned ship.
Love y'all. You're admitting that you corroborated in trying to deplatform someone and literally strip them of their ability to live, take away their livelihood, end them because you didn't agree with them on a show. If you want to talk about the boys,
That's 100% true, by the way. This is all over an awful show. The Acolyte
They know what they were doing. They did it with exactly that intent also.
is an awful show. It's so bad.
True.
It's like an amateur made the show and got what it's like official fan fiction or something. Let's give fan
I mean, fan fiction is also above the Acolyte, honestly. The Acolyte is literally just a bunch of bitter women trying to ship and do the thing that bitter women without families typically do.
fiction millions of dollars to make a show. I think didn't that show cost like $100 million or something? The Acolyte. What an incredible waste of money. The show is objectively shit.
being racist and this and that, they can handle that on their own. And I've talked about that many times, and they can take you to court for defamation or whatever. And you want to lump me in?
Yeah, they can't sue a lot of the people that went
They could, yes, but no one wants to deal with that stuff.
after them, and I'm referring to Nerdrotic and Geeks and Gamers and Ryan and everybody that Rewriting Ripley and Star Wars Explained were going after. And I wish they would, but I don't think they're going to. And I really honestly don't blame them, because lawsuits are expensive, and
It's not even the expensive part here, it's the fact that it's going to just consume so much of your time.
they take a long time to get through. Because I'm going to guess that Star Wars Explained and all of them have a lot of money to burn as well. A lot of them are big channels. Star Wars Explained is a big channel. So it's like, do you really want to burn money going through a costly and time-consuming lawsuit? Is it really worth it? Because at the end of the day, like, Star Wars Explained is getting hit with karma from all of this. A lot of people are leaving the channel. They just lost another 1,000 subs.
That doesn't exactly matter too much when your videos are not already being viewed that much compared to your size.
And things aren't going very well for them right now. All their videos are getting ratioed. This was all brought on by themselves because they decided
50% plus video views in the last 30 days. Interesting.
to try to cancel people over a dumb show.
Is that just from the controversy, or did actually something important happen?
Probably from a suggestion that Lucasfilm sent them, allegedly. I can't say that that's officially happening or real, but it sure does seem kind of suspicious the way all of these channels with access have been acting in people that are connected to Lucasfilm, like the woman that works for Rewriting Ripley. Just a lot of funny coincidences going on, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, strange.
In there too.
Now, admittedly, by the way, I do think that in this case it may be coincidences. Typically, I would say that it's not a coincidence. But in this case, it's just the fact that every person associated with this and working in that field and all of those things is exactly a carbon copy of one another. So, they're just stupid enough like that to do these things on their own. It doesn't need to be coordinated. It just needs to be a spark, and all these absolute lunatics are ready to jump on absolutely anything. So, there's definitely some coordination, I would imagine, but it's not actually that super high when it comes to those people. It's just the fact that they're all the same, and so they're thinking all the same thing and doing the same thing constantly.
And try to, because of your pure hatred for me for so many years, because I was successful, you're literally agreeing to the fact that, yes, you did indeed support deplatforming someone, me, but you didn't write it, and someone else wants to remain anonymous. Well, that's someone else Doesn't matter who they
This anonymous part also is hilarious and very strange. I wonder if this anonymous thing also even exists.
are, because you were part of it. And you being literally the poster girl of this simply because of your name and your notoriety and the size of your Star Wars channel. And you've also been in huge support of the campaign leading to destroy Gina Carano's livelihood and reputation by taking her job away and having her fired. Let's not forget, these people were part of that. They were in support of that. This is the name of their freaking game, man. They don't like you. They try to take everything you have.
That's 100% true. And I'm glad he brought up that Gina Carano situation. They did, in fact, go after her. And I remember
They
Star Wars
always
Explained
do.
getting involved in that. Kind of funny that people that they don't agree with need to be destroyed. So I'm glad.
And on the other flip side was Pedro Pascal, who did something similar, but way worse. And nothing happened to him. Nothing. So, yeah.
That he's responding to them and calling them out and keeping the pressure on it. Because this won't be the last time that this happens. Going by the track record of Lucasfilm, there will likely be another awful piece of shit show that comes out from Star Wars. Who knows? Maybe the Skeleton Crew will be the next one.
Could be. Could be.
I wouldn't be shocked if it's bad. But there will be more awful Star Wars. And they're going to get bad.
Listen, you know what's terrifying about the Skeleton Crew? It's the fact that child actors are typically way worse on average than adult actors. And Amanda, whatever her dumb name is not even, I honestly would not consider her even an actor. Like, it's not a meme that she has only one facial expression, because it's true. She only has one facial expression, and it's the same no matter what situation. She's a horrible, untalented actress. No excuses, has nothing to do with Star Wars, it's just she's bad in general. Anything she probably will be is going to be very, very, very poor because of her non-existential acting skills. And you, like, goddamn it, you're an actor, you can't even have different facial expressions. Your sad looks like this. You're happy. It just doesn't change. Yeah. And considering the child actors that we saw play Ocean May in this, at the start, you know, the child ones, those ones were also horrible. I don't know. The Skeleton Crew is probably going to be, like, trash. That's currently my prediction. There's a really good chance it's just horrible.
Reviews. And then you're going to see Lucasfilm, allegedly, send the reinforcement call out, and Rewriting Ripley and all of these other content creators are going to do the bidding of Lucasfilm and
The
put
beacons
out
are lit.
another bunch of bullshit and try to get people ruined again. I guarantee you they specifically hate Star Wars Theory over at Lucasfilm because he's almost bigger than the main Star Wars. He gets more views than the main Star Wars channel, but he's about to have more subscribers than the main Star Wars channel.
Yeah, that's bad.
And you know that pisses them off.
Well, for them. Good for him, obviously.
Because they don't have any control over what he says, like the other channels. You won't get honest opinions from a lot of other Star Wars channels because they're all under the thumb.
Yep.
And
we're not getting paid. No money was given to us. You literally just got given a Lego set. You're probably a combined $300. Then you got flown out to a place and lathered up like a piglet. Okay? Relax. Everyone knows what's happening.
they don't like. There's a reason you don't see him getting to interview the guy from Rebuild the Galaxy. You know what I'm saying? It's because they don't know what he's going to ask him. He probably would want to ask him, you know, questions maybe that they don't like, and
Yep.
it's just
Also, all of these things where you have this, they're curated. the questions that they asked that guy from Rebuild the Galaxy or whatever it's called, I don't actually even know anything about this. Does this involve Rey rebuilding the Jedi Order, as was rumored that that's going to be the future of Star Wars? That our oh so beloved Rey is going to rebuild the Jedi Order in a new form, a better, womanly, non-misogynist form. That's right, baby. But yeah, every question that they ask is curated. Every answer is curated pretty much in these situations. That's how it works. It is literally just a propaganda machine.
A joke.
Well, anyway, that was Yellow Flash 2. Have a nice day. Bye.